Drafting is one of the most fun and exciting ways to play any card game. Opening boosters and knowing you're limited to a single pick really makes you appreciate every card in the pack. Each week, me and Sam will open 4 packs of each core DM era set and add a single card from each pack to our collections. We will then build decks and play a best of 3 with the loser banning 1 card. The first player to reach 10 wins takes the trophy and is crowned DM champion. Join us as we return to the game's inception and draft the oldest cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! In this series, Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation Draft.
Let's force you to be on something.
Oh, I didn't know you're on Spies. My Regeki break has no hand to discard.
I think I drew nearly every monster in my deck.
Welcome back to another episode of Generation Draft. Last week, unfortunately, we did lose to Sam with our zombie strategy against his zombie strategy. But in doing so, we did manage to ban his Regeki, which is such a powerful card that he had 2 copies of. So we can't be too upset with that. We are still getting kind of what we want out of this, so we'll have to see how this goes. However, that does mean we get double side set this week. So we are getting double Dark Revelation Volume 1. So let's fire it in and see if we can't pull anything really good. So pack number 1. Not the best first pack. Pack number 2. This is another interesting pack. Guard is pretty cool. We would like it at some point. But again, it's a common in the main set. I'm actually tempted to take Archers because there might be a world in which we can play Amazoness at some point. So we're going to take the Archers. Pack number 3. Spy is definitely the pick here. That's finally our second Spy. Pack number 4. Pandemonium is a rare. We can pick up the 3rd Spy. That's probably worth taking at this point, just so we lock it in that we actually have 3. Pack number 5. Amazoness Archers again? Yeah, we'll take it. I think that's our playset of Amazoness Archers. Let me just... Yeah, that's a playset of Amazoness Archers, so we might actually be able to do something with Amazons at some point. Pack 6. Anything... We might take the Tiger, actually. Like, there's no way we're taking XZ Cannon, even though it's our rare. It's just such a bad card. Amazoness Tiger is not... Like, it's not good, but it's also okay, kind of. Pack 8. Reaper on the Nightmare. Again, we've now got... I think this is the second time we've seen this card, and yet we still have not seen a Spirit Reaper. So I don't know what's going on there. But I think the pick here is probably Guard. Let's make sure we don't already have a playset. And we don't actually have any Guard yet, so this will be our first Guard. Alright, pack number 8. Ooh, Chief. Chief is big. We'll definitely take the Chief. That's our first Chief. We actually don't have that many Gravekeepers, but we do have 2 Necro Valleys, so this might actually be really big for us later. I know, this is pack number 10. We already have the playset of Spy, so we don't need that anymore. Elma is potentially funny. I guess we're taking that. Okay, so this is a bit of a weird one. These packs aren't bad, for sure. But then I think there was a much bigger kind of pool of cards we could have drawn from, but these ones are fine. Despair from the Dark gives us the playset. We'd have a playset of Archers and the Tiger. We got a lot more Gravekeeper stuff, so we are building towards decks. I think, again, there were probably some much better high rarity cards that we didn't really see, but this is probably good enough for now. So let's add this to our collection, and then we'll fire on in to our main booster sets. So Dark Revelation was fine. I think it could have been a lot better, but let's see if the main set packs can't sort us out and get us some really good cards. Let's fire on in and see what we get in pack number 1. Unfortunately, Polymerization is a card we already have a playset of as per our rules, and the rest of this pack's pretty naff. Pack number 3. Gaia the Dragon Champion, sure. We'll take all of the fusion monsters. Alright, Metal Raiders. Still a bunch of stuff we can get from here. Heavy Storm, which Sam has 2 of. We can get Mirror Force, Sangan, which is the Black Forest. I think Jurigumo is also in here, which we only have 1 copy of. Let's see what we can get. Sangan, 7 tools, and Jurigumo. Now, this is an awkward one. 7 tools is a really cool card, but I think Sangan is always just going to be the pick. It's just more versatile. So I think it's got to be the Sangan. All right, Legacy of Darkness. We're still looking for a lot of the warrior stuff from here, so let's see if we can get any of it. Pack number 1. Assurus Priest is okay. It's not great, because without things like Scapegoat, this card becomes a lot worse, but I think it's probably still worth taking. Right, second pack. Anything good? Another Asura Priest. We don't really need 2, I don't think. It's our 3rd Allied Forces. I don't even know if we'd play 3. I guess we'll take it. Last pack of Legacy of Darkness. Can we get anything good in the close? Airknight Parshath, I think, is probably a little bit too weak for us. We're going to take it because the rest of this pack's a bit naff anyway. But I don't know if we're going to be able to make good use of Airknight. Alright, pack number 3. DD Warrior Lady. Finally, we got something. Unfortunately, we would also quite like the Blind Little Goblin, but we're not passing up DD Warrior Lady. That's probably the best card we've pulled today. Let's see if we can keep this going. Alright, Ancient Sanctuary. We're still looking for Zaborg. We already have 1, but we'd like a 2nd. We're also looking for Enemy Controller. So let's see if we can get either of those cards. That's our 2nd End of Anubis. We really do not need End of Anubis, but sure. We'll take the End of Anubis. Why not? Pack number 2. Horus level 6. Okay, that means we can actually do Horus things. We have the 8. We have 3 level 4s. This is our first level 6. If we can get another one of this, I think we could actually make this into a thing. So let's go into the next pack. Anything good? Mystic Swordsman level 2. Finally, we have him. Oh, we've been waiting for Mystic Swordsman level 2 for so long. But thank God we finally have it. Pack number 2. The 3rd Lightning Vortex. Again, we don't need this, but sure, we'll take the 3rd. Why not? All right, and last pack to finish the opening. Can we get anything good? It's not looking like it. I don't think any of these matter, so we will just take Light Hexil Fusion, sure. So there we go, our pulls for the week. Not the strongest pulls. I think the only generically fantastic card we got, really, is probably the DD Warrior Lady. We did get our 2nd copy of Tsukiyomi, which can be really good, but without Magician of Faith, this card's like, its uses are a lot more limited. We've got the 3rd Lightning Vortex. I don't think that's really necessary. We did get the Mystic Swordsman, but again, we don't have reinforcement of the army yet, so we can't search this card. So it's still good, but I don't know if this is going to necessarily see main deck play. We got the Horus finally, but still we only have the 1 copy, so I don't know if this is good enough to use. Oh, I almost completely forgot about the Sangan we pulled. This card's actually really, really good. So the big pulls for this week are definitely the Sangan and the DD Warrior Lady. I don't know if we're going to have enough to, like, completely build a new deck out of this, but we definitely can have a look and see what we've got. So I guess let's fire into deck edit. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is kind of a Monarch strategy. We don't actually have a ton of Monarchs at the moment. We have 2 Thestalos, the Zaborg, and the Grandmag, which are not the best Monarchs. Well, I suppose it's just Grandmag that's not the best. Thestalos and Zaborg are perfectly fine. We don't have any Mobius yet. So to fill out our tribute monsters, we're running 2 copies of Dark Ruler Hard Des, which can be a really, really strong monster, because when it destroys any monster by battle, it negates their effect. Now this works with flip effects and with non-flip effects, so it will stop even something like a Sangan, so it can be a really, really powerful card. So if we're able to summon this, I think it could be a really, really powerful contender. Next up, Fiend Mega Cyber, 2200 attack that can be special summoned, is decent as a beater on its own, but also we can summon it and immediately tribute off one of our big tribute monsters, so should have a lot of synergy in the deck with that. We're on 2 copies of Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke, just because it's a decent body with an okay effect, and the Breaker to pop back row. We are the newly acquired DD Warrior Lady, because it's just kind of an out to just about any monster, so it's decent enough to play. Mystic Tomato, because it can float into our Sangans and Witch of the Black Forest. We're on 3 to Koichi. Now this card, if the game is a slow enough pace, could get us a lot of value, because we can flip it, draw a card, then tribute it, and get out one of our Monarchs. We'll have to see how that goes. And 3 copies of Gravekeeper's Spy. Again, it's got a big defense, so it should survive being attacked most of the time. Then we can summon out either another copy of Spy or the 1 copy of Guard. Hopefully we're running the 4 so that they're not all dead, as long as they don't draw multiples. Witch of the Black Forest and 2 Sangans, just really good searchers. And then 2 Legendary Jujutsu Masters. So Jujutsu is an 1800 defender, so it's less likely to survive than Spy, but it's still pretty likely. And any monster that attacks it, we put to the top of Sam's deck. So if it attacks with a tribute monster, then that's a lot of value. If it's attacked by anything else that can't kill it, then it gets to stick around on the field and set Sam back a turn, which is really, really powerful. So for the spells, Noble Extermination, deal back row, 3 removal spells to deal with monsters, 3 Book of Moon, which are multi-purpose. They can protect our big monsters, protect our monsters that we want to be tributing. They can be used on Sam's monsters to aggressively flip them down to stop their effects, or to flip them down so we can attack over them, so just really, really good card. My Body as a Shield can be really, really important. So if we do summon one of our big tribute monsters, we want to make sure they stick around and don't just get removed with a Fissure, a Smashing Ground, or a Sakuretsu Armor. So My Body as a Shield can be really, really important to do that. We're on Trap Hole. We just wanted more one-for-one interaction on Sam's turn. So we've gone for the Trap Hole, Bottomless Trap Hole, 3 Sakuretsu Armors, and then our basically only good spell trap removal in Dust Tornado. So for the side deck, Chiron the Mage, in case there's any kind of stall strategy. Same reason we're bringing the D-Spells and the Remove Traps and the Mystic Swordsman. We have the Electric Snake in case Sam's still on the hand control shenanigans. Night Assailant for the same sort of thing. If Sam is on hand control, we can use this and bring back our other flip monsters. But also if he's on an aggressive style deck, we can slide this in and use it to try and slow him down. Then we have the Regeki Break. This is kind of a catch-all for everything. If we bring in the Night Assailants, we probably bring in the Regeki Breaks because it's just really good. Stops stall, stops just powerful monsters, really good into Monarchs, anything like that. And then Horn of Heaven, probably just if Sam's on Monarchs, we'll bring this in. So this is the deck. We're feeling okay about it. There is a lot of tribute monsters, so we just have to hope we don't brick on all of them because we're not playing things like Soul Exchange, we don't have access to it. We don't have Brain Control because again, we don't have access to it. So it's a little bit harder to necessarily get our monsters out, but we've tried to build the deck in such a way to facilitate it as best we can. So let's fire into the game and see what Sam's got for us. Last week was an interesting one. It was our first mirror match. I suppose we can't have had a mirror match up to now because you've been actively avoiding taking chaos cards. So although our decks have been similar, because obviously a lot of the staples are going to be common across it, right? So if there's any good common staples, we're both going to take them, right? Smash and Ground, Sakuretsu Armor, etc. But other than that, the key theme of our decks have always been quite different. I suppose we've played the same deck in a weird way because we've both played like a skill drain type deck, although I think you sided out of it, and when I used it, I don't think I actually used skill drain, so it's a bit of a weird dichotomy there. But last week we had the zombie mirror, which was exciting. Obviously you came out on top of that, and we had that one really hype turn where you delinquent duoed two my two Despair from the Dark.
From the Dark?
Yeah.
And then next turn, Raigeki them away.
But you can't do that anymore because we've banned Raigeki. So if you make the same play, then it's going to come back and bite you.
But, yeah, I mean, I wasn't too, like, centralized on the zombies. But it was like, we're definitely playing to special summon Ryokoki, whereas you were very much, like, all in last week on the zombies. Yeah,
well, it made sense, right? It lets me control the pace of the game if everything gets going. Despair from the Dark and Fear from the Dark specifically are very good against hand control, which in the previous game, well, I don't know if you were specifically playing a lot of hand control, but you saw a lot of it all at once in that game.
Yeah.
And that was made me feel like, oh, okay, maybe if I start playing some anti-hand control cards, I can start dealing with that. Because I remember back when we were progressing through, it was the anti-CED tech was playing the Despair from the Darks because, you know, you pay the 1,000, send everything. Yeah. Despair from the Dark just comes back and it's like, yep, I win the game now. So it's quite an interesting card. But for this week, I'm curious as to whether you got any really banging pulls.
I don't think I did. I didn't get any bangers. I got some cards that might get shown.
Okay.
But, you know, I didn't get nothing on a Raigeki level, you know?
I got 2 cards, which again, are good cards, and they're very much staples. They will probably be in every deck I make going forward, with maybe a couple of small caveats. But, like you say, they're not bombs. They're not, oh, I win the game because I've got this card.
Yeah.
But they are strong. So we'll have to see if they do end up making a big impact here, if they actually are shown in the game. But with your pulls and with you currently on a 1-win streak, how confident are you feeling going into this?
Oh, well, I'm looking forward. I need to go on a win streak. So I'm trying to mix it up. I don't want to play the same deck over and over. It's very hard not to because that deck is just really consistent.
Okay. So is that maybe a hint that you're not on zombies this week?
Oh, you never know. We'll see.
We'll see. Shall we fire on in and see what both are?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go for this.
Ugh.
Oh.
I require an extra card.
Oh, I bet you do. I think I'm just going to set a pair and pass it back.
Okay.
The humble tea set.
Right. Oh my god. I will I'll summon the witch.
Okay, which is fine.
Let's have a little peek.
You know, I think I'd rather keep this around. I'm gonna book this.
Ooh, okay. And then I'll set 2.
Okay. Playing into my heavy storm.
Yeah, well, if you got heavy storm, you got heavy storm, but it's only a +1.
Well, the reason I wanted to keep this is because I didn't want to have this just bricking my hand. So I'm going to tribute for Thestalos.
Oh, you're gonna get to see what I'm on. I am going to bottomless.
Yeah,
this,
I expected that, but thanks
so
to...
I'm not sure how I deal with it elsewise.
I think the take here is going to be the tomato.
Okay.
What was that?
Just gives it
The
straight away.
A-Forces!
Oh.
Oh, I'm interested to see if your warrior pools are really that good. I know you have 1 Command Knight, 1 Blade Knight, but I think that is the extent. I know obviously you had the 1 Rotor, you've had DD Warrior Lady, I think you had Exiled Force and Mystic Swordsman, but those cards individually a warrior deck does not make. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pass on this. I haven't got any good follow-up to that.
Alright, well, we'll activate the second one since we drew both turn 1.
Okay.
And then we'll flip up the Witch of the Black Forest.
Which is a
Summon
spellcaster.
the Amazoness Paladin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, bet you did not expect that.
I'm curious if this is in here because it's an Amazoness or just because it's a warrior. Alright, well, I think you knew this was coming, so here's Mystic Tomato. We'll go battle. We are just going to attack over this. I need to get the number of monsters on your field down.
I can't go and get DD Warrior Lady, which would be the ideal.
Just take DD Warrior.
So I think I'm just going to get the Exiled Force.
Ooh, Exiled's pretty good. Alright, main 2. Now that you have a monster that has
less defense,
we can smash it. Then we can set a back row and pass.
Okay. Thestalos is so interesting. So...
Yeah, he's such an interesting card.
What?
No.
Oh, you're on Trap Hole?
I'm on Trap Hole, baby!
You're on Trap Hole?
I'm on Trap Hole!
I have Trap Hole and I've not been running it because I'm now like, it's so hard to find the space.
I found the space. Alright, let's go for just Witch here. I'll quite happily get him for 25. And even if this board gets outed, it's like, it's still fine. So we'll pass on this.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like that noise.
It does something. It doesn't do everything is my issue.
Oh, you know, I'd love to have a card that did everything. I suppose that's BLS, but it's banned now. Okay. Alright, let's get cracking. I'm going to tribute Witch of the Black Forest for Zaborg the Thunder Monarch. We've had Zaborg for a little while, but we haven't had like a good opportunity to include him. Now the question is, what am I taking with my Witch of the Black Forest? I think if this gets outed, I would need something to make a comeback, but I don't think any of these cards do that anyway, so I think I'm going to take Breaker.
Could you not?
Oh, the Command Knight. And then we know that's the one of, because I don't believe we've had another shot at it yet from a side set. So we'll go straight battle. And we will get in for a whopping 38 and pass back.
Well, I've got to play this now.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. 2 for 2. Not the end of the world, but still not great. Discarded an 1800. You know I've got the Breaker in hand.
Now you've got the Breaker.
Summons another 1800. That Breaker does not out this, unfortunately.
But you've got other cards in hand.
I do. I think I'm going to play this in defense and pass the turn.
Okay. That's not a good card to draw right now. Alright. We got this boy.
Oh, that's pretty good here. Wow.
Just trying to quickly think if I run anything else that requires me to discard a card. No, we're better to just have this than risk an extra.
Right, well, I'm going to summon the Fiend Mega Cyber.
Oh, okay. Now I'm in trouble.
Summon Breaker. As much as I don't really want to do this, I think I have to break the Allied forces so that I'm the biggest dog. And then I think I have to just get rid of this. If you have the Saku, then you have the Saku. And obviously I can't out the Zombira. Ooh. So now the question is, if I have a 1500 attack monster, oh, that's interesting. Oh, you do not have a Rush Recklessly. You.
Do you know what? Well, it was game anyway, because I did not. I actually looked at my life points and went, I've got him. But maybe I could have put you to defense. But if you have any other monster, it was game.
Oh yeah, I do. In fact, I'll show you. Look, it's a monster.
Nice, yeah. No, my set, I drew my body as a shield, right as you just put me down to 1400.
Excellent. The perfect opportunity.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is an interesting game one. Let's see what you got for me in game 2. Alright, well, here we go again. I think we're going to set the Humble Tea and pass back again.
The Humble Tea. Alright, well, I'll start off with a Zombira.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Always a pretty good turn 1 play. I'm not entirely unhappy with that.
Yeah, I think I could have got more value out of that if you'd have summoned a different monster, so I think that's probably the best you could have got out of that, but at the same time, even for me, it's like, it's a -1 to both of us, so it's not awful.
Nah.
Nah.
It's the issue, whenever you just set one, I'm like, Eastjaw, the Dust Tornado. And I'm like, well, now I can't play anything.
I just don't play it.
Alright.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you saw this coming.
Yep. Which is why I went for this. I will have a body.
Okay. Right, let's see if you've got the dust. Oh, it's not the dust.
Oh, it's not the dust. Do I? Yeah, I will do this. I'm going to Smashing Ground. I think keeping your no monsters suits me quite well here. I'm going to set. And then I'm going to set another background pass.
Okay. We...
Yep.
are going to compulsory this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to play around Heavy Storm, so when you set a back row, I was like, okay, we can go into this. Oh, I can tell you, unless you pull something completely bonkers, if I lose today, Heavy Storm's on the chopping block. You having to that card is so disgusting.
Because I've got the Heavy Storms, I feel like I don't have to play the MSTs and the Dusts. Well, here you go. You can see the card I pulled this week. That's like, it's good, but it's like, it's not like absolutely incredible, but it is a good card.
1 for 1, I don't care too much about this.
Yeah. It's
a good card, yeah. Okay, we'll Dust Tornado this.
Okay. Now he's got the dust. Okay.
Fortunately, you do get to kill one of these. I would have liked to keep both of them. It's fine, we'll draw a Monarch off the top. You're not a Monarch. Alright, now we're in danger. God, double Sasuke was like, I think, the perfect combination of cards you could have had there.
I want to see what this is.
It's Sangan.
Okay.
What does Sangan get me here, though, is the problem. take tomato.
Yeah, I thought it might be. That's why I wanted to hit with the command knight first, so I could see where we were going if it was already a tomato.
Hmm. Well, we're going to set pass.
What's that?
It's been a really tricky game. The heavy storm put me on the back foot, followed by, like, it had to be exactly double Sasuke for me to lose as much as I did.
Well, I mean, I was hoping for a different kill defense position monsters, to be honest, but...
Oh, yeah, but still.
Let's see if you did set the tomato.
Yeah, we've got to try and get something going here.
Which... I think I still just kill this.
Oh, yeah.
And just put the damage in. Like, part of me wants to, like, wait until I've got some, like, sick out, but yeah.
Okay, well, go ahead and summon this, see if you have an out. So something you could activate, so that's probably Econ. Right, we'll go battle. We'll declare the attack on this.
Yeah, that's fine. I trade.
Then I'll set pass. Yeah, you got it.
I was there, like, I knew you set the tomato. I was like, do I just set the compulse, wait, and then go for a big turn? I'm like, what if he just plays another monster?
It's a weird one as well, because I actually think compulsory evacuation device isn't very good where we are right now. I think it's specifically good because I'm playing Monarchs, and therefore it has some added value, but if we're in like the just summon guy attack meta, I think it's just really bad.
The reason I've got it in here currently is because this deck wants to be attacking every turn. So I'd rather try and use it aggressively rather than a defensive card.
I guess it just comes down to, if I'm able to stabilize, you've just minused yourself a bunch for no reason.
Yeah.
So it's
it's
a gamble.
You played Fiend Mega Cyber, and I was like, I can't really compulse that.
Yeah, it was a really tricky situation, because obviously I have so few cards, and you had so many monsters that I didn't really have a good out to it. But let's go to game 3 and see if I can't clap you back. Alright, we'll go second for the first time.
Okay. I will humble T-set.
Oh, the humblest of T-sets. Then I will humble T-set back.
Okay. Well, I will Zambira.
Yep. And I will Spy.
And then I'll set another one.
Okay. Alright, what is your set card? You didn't flip it. Does that tell me anything at all? Right, I'm going to tribute for Gramnarg. And I'm going to target the monster.
Okay. Well, I will bottomless you.
Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, okay. We'll pass on this.
Normal summon witch.
Yep. How do I want to get around this current situation? I think the play is to summon Tomato, go battle, and see if we can't go over the witch.
Okay. Well, we will... I quite like my witch around right now.
Okay. I mean, it suits me. I'm happy to lose the Tomato. And I guess I'll go into Sangan here. I think Sangan's a good pickup. And we'll pass on that. Okay, getting cheeky. Oh, maybe we're not getting cheeky. Okay, that's fine. What do I want in my hand?
If it was a witch, I think I would have DD Warrior Lady'd it.
I'll take Spy here. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll get rid of this one.
Okay. Zumbira is attacking Sangan. Is it? I just got a pop-up saying Zumbira is attacking Sangan.
Just don't do that. Alright, I guess we're going to do the Humble Tea and pass.
Okay. Well, let's get the other Zumbira.
Okay. That's right, it's Spy. And his guard. So what, you're gonna rush recklessly? Yeah, this is fine.
Okay. I want to keep you off monsters, so...
I think the play is to set this. As weird as it is, I think I'm gonna fissure.
Okay. I think I'm going to pick up a breaker.
Okay, I'll pass on that.
We'll try and summon the breaker.
Yep, that's fine.
We'll hit the face down.
Yep, perfectly fine. I'm not doing anything. Let's get rid of this.
Okay. So we've sided in, I would assume, to Night Assailants. This is the one downside to Zumbira. But he's done his job. He's got rid of the Gravekeepers that sit in the way.
Right, we'll set pass. Yeah, you got very lucky with your Zombiras. I think I still only have the one.
I don't think you're going to have another 2k defender.
Maybe.
The other option is it could be Gravekeeper's Guard. Would you run a second guard? It's not the worst thing in the world to run. I am going to normal summon Gravekeeper's Spy.
Okay.
This could very much be Jiu-Jitsu Master. It's not.
I will take the Fiend.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get out the boy. Then... we're going to get a battle.
Yep.
We're going to... it doesn't matter. I think I get rid of a Zombira here. Main 2. I think out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to smash, because I don't want you to have this many monsters. Then we're going to set pass.
But I need to deal with this Fiend Mega Cyber now.
Yep, drop the lightning vortex.
We're going to Prem.
That's annoying.
We're going to get the Warrior Lady.
Okay. The biggest annoyance here is that that's a special summon, so it gets you a big tempo swing when I've just put you back down to one monster.
The third Zumbira.
Yep.
Activate effect. And in case this is Jiu-Jitsu, it kills it. Yeah.
Yeah, you had exactly what you needed. I think you literally had the exact combination of cards that was required to out that. So we're going to set pass.
Yeah, you know what's coming. If it's another Jiu-Jitsu, I have to attack with this one.
do I want here? Guess we'll take Yugioh.
Yeah.
So now, I guess we summon Breaker.
Okay, let's see what's happening here.
Get over this. And we'll pass.
Okay. We will normal summon the Paladin.
Okay.
Not my ideal, knowing you've got a Juju, but
Just
I've
put
got
you
you
on
on
400.
400.
Well, I'm gonna set and pass.
Oh, he's got the back row. And if to answer my calls. And we got the Blade Knight.
Yeah. It's a really tricky one, but this game 3, I think you got so unbelievably lucky.
For the longest time, all I had was 3 Zombiras, and I'm like, I mean, this is good.
Yeah, Zombira outs everything I'm trying to do, and you've got it at 3, and I'm like, stop. Like, I've got 2,000 defenders, you're like 21. Then I'm like, I've got 1,800 defenders, you're like, it doesn't matter, I've got 21. You drew the Heavy Storm right exactly as you needed it as well, because if Book of Moon sticks, then you, again, don't get to do anything there. I get back in.
I assume you had Monarch in hand.
So I had Dark Ruler Hades in hand, so it's not,
right, okay. Yeah,
not a Monarch.
Yeah.
But
I was just like, I have to make it so that you can never tribute. Like,
yeah,
that's all I
it was a weird one. It felt like playing against Mono Red in Magic the Gathering, where you were just like slinging shit, and it was just like bam, 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 and then it was like, I've stabilized, and then you were like, I've drawn into exactly what I need to break you, and then it's like, I've stabilized, I've drawn into exactly what I need to break you, I've stabilized, I've drawn into exactly what I needed to break you, and I'm like, could you stop drawing into exactly what you need to break my board?
Well, yeah, you know. At one point, I was like, he's actually got to start running out of monsters. Like, he's gone through 2 Sangan, a Witch, all of the Gravekeepers.
Well, I'm on 23 monsters. Well, I think I was on 24 to begin with, but I think I'm on 23 now. Because I want to have a constant stream of monsters. And it was getting to the point where I was like, I actually need to see less of these monsters so I can actually have back row so I can deal with what you've got. But with double Heavy Storm, it feels like no matter what back row I get, you always have an out to it. Which, by the way, I mean, obviously I haven't seen your deck list yet, but unless you show it to me and suddenly there's something ridiculous in there, Heavy Storm is definitely going to be the ban.
Yeah. So I'll show you my deck list.
Okay.
I really wanted to side in, once it shows, I wanted to side in the Magical Scientist. But in my head I was like, you're not summoning, like, you're not swarming the board, and that's what Scientist is good at dealing with.
Yeah.
And I've got the Conjection Fairy Lily, and I was like, I really want to play it.
Yeah, I don't know about Fairy Lily. It's a weird one.
Yeah. Well, every time I've drawn my body as a shield, I'm never on enough life points. So I'm like, so what good is Injection Fairy Lily gonna do?
Okay, so you did find the one ultra rare Marauding Captain.
We've had that sitting in the bank for a while. Yeah.
2 Magician of Faith, bro. I still haven't got one. I suppose it's not
one.
as good now that Apprentice is gone. It's a little bit more finicky.
Also, now that Raigeki is gone.
That's one thing as well that we well, I guess Raigeki, Pot of Greed, and Heavy Storm are 3 really powerful spells that are going to be gone. Because I mean, yeah, I'm locking it in now. Heavy Storm's going to be my ban. Yeah, I don't know. It's all... Oh, you got 2 Exile Force as well, I can see.
Yeah.
You've got... I don't know. I'm not, like, upset I lost to this deck. Because, I mean, the deck seems fine, right? I'm not too happy about seeing Rivalry of Warlords in there, because I just don't like that card. You're on a lot of not warriors to be running that. You're on, like, 5 spellcasters? No, 6 spellcasters?
There is 6 spellcasters, yeah. But the spellcasters work with the A-Forces, and the spellcasters are kind of there just to supplement. But
yeah, I'm not really sure what Spy is doing in here. Just a body to try and protect life points, I guess?
Yeah, so I had Spirit Reaper in here as well, and I was like, I feel like I need at least one monster that is there to just like hold the line if things aren't going my way. And Spy just kind of fit the bill, because if you hit Spy, if you kill it, I still get another one, and then that helps me on the follow-up turn with the A-Forces.
Yeah.
Was the plan.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
So, and if you don't kill it, that's a huge swing if I draw A-Forces.
Yeah, you don't actually have a lot to like win the tempo game in here either. It's just kind of 3 Rush Recklessly's, an Econ, and then the 4 traps that do it. Like, obviously, you don't have any like Sakuretsu armors. There aren't. Like, you obviously didn't play the Mirror Wall.
Again, I took the Sakus out because I was like, I'm the one doing the attacking, and if I'm not,
well,
I'm losing anyway.
You did end up being the one doing the attacking, but I think it's because I was on a very defensive style Monarch deck. If I'd played a more aggressive deck, I don't know. I think I could have just beaten you up. The only thing that's really given me pause for thought is that all of the Zombiras there's so much bloody attack knocking about. Right, let me show you my deck. So this is what I brewed up. So you probably noticed immediately, but my new big cards were DD Warrior Lady and a second copy of Sangan.
Yeah. Trap hole stuck in.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the basic premise of this deck, right? It's cards that like float or can basically try and keep a body on the board. High defense monsters, again, just to try and keep them on the board. We've got the Book of Moons and the My Body to protect both the monsters I want to be tributing and the monsters that want to be tributed. And then the Monarchs of choice, we got the 2 Dark Ruler, 2 Thestalos, the Kramnarg, and the Zaborg, because they're kind of the best tribute monsters I have access to.
Yeah.
I didn't really get to show off Dark Ruler Hades, and I don't think against your deck specifically it would have done a ton. But Dark Ruler is a actually really good card. Like 2450 is a nice number, and being able to stop Sangan, Witch of the Black Forest, Gravekeeper's Spy, DD Warrior Lady, I think it even stops. I don't actually know if it stops DD Warrior. I know it stops Sangan. I don't know if it stops DD Warrior Lady. I assume it does, but I don't actually know that for a fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good one. GG, buddy.
It's good. GG.